What's going on, guys? We just got done with the Arkansas North Little Rock USSSA All-American tryout. There was a pretty good showing, a lot of good kids. I had the 8 through 10-year-olds.
What's up?
Coach Nick's here in the hotel room with me, and he had the 11 and 12-year-olds. You have some good kids out there?
Some stats.
Nice, very nice. And I'm gonna try to shoot some videos after every showcase while we're on the road. We have the next 17 days we're gone, 11 showcases in the next 17 days. But for this video, the first one on our travel session, the question comes from Yankees fan, and he asked, how do you get drafted by the team that you want to play for? And for me, I think the answer is you don't really get to choose. They choose for you, unless you're maybe even at the highest level, like the guys that first couple picks, they obviously kind of have an idea of who they're going to, so they have a little bit more room to negotiate and try to get to a team that they may want to play for. But what if their favorite team's not in the first few draft picks? That for the rest of us guys, it was what I'm saying is you don't really get to pick. And the best advice that I ever got was from a pitching coach when I got into pro ball, and he said, listen to me, your favorite team now is the team that signs your paychecks. He said, you're going to be traded, you're going to play for different teams, many different things are going to happen, and a lot of guys play for a lot of different teams. So it was great advice. He said your favorite team is now the team that signs your paycheck. So, I thought that was pretty cool advice. So you really don't have a choice, I don't think. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. The only thing you can do, if you want to pick your team, I remember the Brewers coming at the University of Miami. I was playing a game. The Brewers were there watching me take IO, actually. And I didn't really care who I wanted to play for, but if I didn't want to play for them, I could have booted a few balls here, thrown some balls away.
I guess that's a strategy. But then what if no one else liked you?
Exactly.
So that's a bold strategy
Exactly
too.
right.
So you just got to do your thing, man, and play the best that you can play, and hopefully get the most eyes on you, and just take it. I remember here's another story. I don't know if it was the same when you were coming, but I remember that nobody wanted to get drafted by the Royals because their slot money, they would only give like senior signs like $1,000 and a plane ticket, like even in like high rounds. So like everyone was like, no, I don't want to get drafted by the Royals. Please don't draft me, But what are you gonna do? Like if their turn comes up and they like you and they pick you, what are you gonna do, right? I don't know. You just gotta go. I kind of had a feeling I was gonna get drafted by the Padres because here's another thing too. I don't know how your experience was, but I thought I was going to get drafted every year from high school. Like my senior year of high school, I thought I was getting drafted. My freshman year after college, sophomore year after college, I went to JUCO. Junior year, I didn't expect. I had a horrible season. But what I didn't realize was all of those years, I never talked to a scout the whole time. And then my senior year, when I actually did really good, I talked to 1,000 scouts, 30 scouts or whatever. So it made more sense then. I was like, oh, you actually have to talk to them if they're going to draft. So how was that for you?
It was kind of the same. I only had a couple questionnaires my whole career, actually, So I know scouts weren't watching me that closely, but come senior year, when I got picked up, I had a questionnaire from a few teams, and I was on the radar, I guess.
Yeah, so like if you think you're going to get drafted, someone's got to actually be looking at you, I thought I was good. It's good to think you're good. It's good to ride that line between cocky and confident. I think because you have to be if you want to play at that next level. And there's a lot of guys that I know that made it to the big leagues who are on the other side of that line, that cocky line, which is good, man. I think you got to have that. At some point you got to have that. It's good to be humble, but it's also good to know that you are the man as well when you're on the field, because baseball is a tough game. It's a very tough game, and I just think you just got to do your best. If you can't control who's going to draft you, you can't worry about it, right? So, and that goes for a lot of things in baseball. You can't control the umpire's calls. You can't control, to an extent what you did that day, or how you, what you can control is how you react to the umpire's calls or or what happened that day. You know, so those are the things you want to focus on. If you can't worry about who's going to draft you, just do your best, and hopefully you get drafted, and hopefully you make a lot of money, and hopefully you send me a t-shirt of the team and a hat, and Coach Nick a t-shirt and a hat of the team you get drafted by. We would appreciate that. We'll see you on tomorrow's video after the showcase. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you later.